Hello. I'm not going to be on camera through this whole live. It is High Priestess Jamila. Hello. How are y'all? Okay, so let me jump off cam. Okay. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Easter if you celebrated. Okay. Um, like I stated, I made like a whole slew of cookies, not homemade. The break and bake cookies, yes. Okay. Chocolate, double chocolate cookies, chocolate chip cookies, sugar cookies. I made a big vat of pasta salad with ham, and then a whole slew of approximately 34 deviled eggs and some lemonade. So I thought I would come over here and make this announcement, but then I'm going to share it to the other channel. And by the way, if you guys have not subscribed to the Witch's Broom channel, please do so. Okay. And I'm only going to be here for a few minutes because I know that there's a lot of people that watch my channel that have a life. There's a few people. Okay. Even though we've got a lot of people over here and who are just looking for drama and looking for misery and looking for the sickness. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm going to tell y'all something. Let's start this off by saying this. Social media can suck ass. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you guys the Cliff's Notes version. There's way too many people who are on this website and in social media in general that are hurting, that are looking to hurt others and go back and forth. It's, yeah, no. Mm-mm. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. There's an algorithm for it. The algorithm is the collective consciousness of people who want and desire that type of content. And then there is the content creators who like to give it. I'm going to give you guys an example. A lot of the real witches, a lot of the real shamans, and the protectors and the defenders of this earth in general, we have already pretty much taken care of the political situation. That's the least to our problems. It's a distraction. It is. It's a distraction. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything else about that. But, there's some people that like to sell fear. Okay. Um, so, you know, that's just what it is. Witches since the beginning of time have brought down the kings, and they know it. They know it. Now it's just pretty much, you know. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay? But there is also people that like to go back and forth and have beefs, and they like to do all of that stuff, and they like to attack people. They're not having a good life, you know. They congregate in these groups and gang stalk people. Who gives a shit? Over here, I know there's a lot of people out there that are really, really, really suffering under mind control because of folks like that. I'm saying what's happening over here, okay? Um again, again, if you are on this channel and you are looking for some kind of absolution or a response because somebody said something about Jamila you're in the wrong place. And then today, things intensified with that. Like I said, wait till the next smear campaign. Wait till the next big one. It's coming. Guess what I'm going to be? I'm going to be golden. I'm going to be living my life like it's golden because that's what it is. I'm not going to be pretending, it's going to be real. Hey, Stefan. Hey, I hope you had a happy Easter. Yes, I would have preferred to make ribs, but I just didn't feel like doing all that. I could have. You know what I'm saying? Some good old ribs. Yes, but I didn't. So, anyway, the next smear campaign, the smear campaign after that, and then after that, and then after that, and then after that, Jamila will remain silent because silence is golden. So, and we know that there will be many. Again, on Easter Sunday, I got confirmation from the Most High that let God handle it. Let us handle it. And I've been communing with a lot of my healing spirits and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but there's a lot of people who they seem like they don't like living. You know, like they'll say, "Oh, my life is perfect," but you got to show that actions speak louder than words, right? So I'm going to show that. Everybody in my life, my sweet thing, my actually I call him daddy at least 500 times a day. I call him daddy. Um Showing is better than saying, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? So, and here's the thing. Um I've already reclaimed all of my energy and power years ago. I never lost it. I never lost my Ashe. I never lost it. You know what I mean? So I've already done that. There's no need for me to respond anymore. I don't care about what they say, the rumors that they made up so that they could do whatever it is that they were trying to do, which was to appease a certain audience. That's a fact with weird fantasies. Okay? So the rest of this lifetime, we're going to be focused on healing, peace, perfect health, wealth, joy, abundance, happiness. That's what we're going to be focused on. Like literally, if you are not spending every single day basking in the ambience and the fruits of your labor, the fruits that you have bared, then something is wrong. And I do believe in the saying that goes, people sometimes create the problems for themselves, especially when it comes to social problems. But then also sometimes spiritual problems, but that's not what we're talking about. Okay, right now. I mean, honestly, there's an answer within spirit, within God for every single issue it is. People just unfortunately, you know, it just is what it is. Okay. This is the focus. If you guys have not subscribed to the Witch's Broom channel, make sure that you do that. Make sure that you are following me on Instagram, as well as make sure that you are following me on TikTok. Now, that's pretty much the message. You know what I mean? Yeah, it would make sense for a bunch of people that are committing self harm to themselves, whether or not they are calm or speaking in a voice like this. You're still internalizing and you're constantly regurgitating negativity. Okay. regardless. That's a fact. Okay. So that's self harm when you're doing that. Okay. The reason why human beings can't resolve their issues is because they refuse to resolve their issues. When you say problem solved, resolved, then that's where it ends. Okay. Harmony, peace, happiness is what we're focused on. Now, I know y'all thinking, how can you do that, Jamila? You have like a bunch of witches after you. Well, typically witches don't need a group of people in poor energy to do that, right? You don't need a collective consciousness to do that. So we have our defenses and we're not worried about it. And if any pushes comes to shove, then I know that my local law enforcement will get it popping. Okay. It's just what it is. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. And it's time for recuperation, you know. It really is. And then also just, of course listen. There is going to be negativity. There's going to be negativity that I'm going to deal with on a daily basis. Listen, I handle negativity and curses and hexes and vexes and jinxes. I handle that shit like a pro. I don't handle it by circulating it. I handle them shits, is what I do. Okay. Those of you that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Yes, there are going to be times when I'm going to be facing battles for clients, maybe even myself, maybe even my significant other. There's going to be times when I'm going to be battling evil. I handle it differently. I don't handle it by being confused. And, of course, there may be times when I'm in ritual and I'll have to tell a bad spirit to get the fuck out. But other than that, I can do that at a mere whisper. I don't have to raise my voice. I don't have to get all bent out of shape. I don't have to do all of that. You know what I mean? If I have a problem with your mother, I'm going to handle her at my altar. Okay? Yeah. Carry on, my wayward sons. There'll be peace when you are done. Yes. So today was such a phenomenal day. A phenomenal day this Easter. I loved it. Coincidentally, Ostara, when I looked back at Ostara, that was an amazing day too. Okay? So, you know, and I understand that there are people that, oh my God, they're just so obsessed with you. Oh my God. Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I listen. I got plenty of iron over here, okay? Okay. Yes, I do. Okay. And pyrite. So I'm not, honestly, and it's been this way. It's been this way. Like, I'm going to tell you something. I have spoken it to the universe plenty of times. There's no need. There's literally no need. So, spirit is no longer triggered. Like, literally, like, my spirit guides me. And, they've explained to me, they're like, well, we're no longer triggered. We're fine. We're fed. We're happy. And so, I'm not going to be tricked because it possibly, not that I have been, but, I'm not going to be tricked into divulging, engaging. There's a certain audience that I engage with that is not. And slavery is over. I'm going to tell you something. I was never a slave. Okay. So nobody can say, hey, let me put you in a shit pen of pigs and fight. No, 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 no. Try to force me in FIFO. Try to force me in FIFO, baby. Okay. So, that's pretty much it. And, it just like, yeah, like that's just the way that it is. And, you know, yeah, but just to warn y'all about social media and algorithms, the people that are watching. I had this girl years ago, this child, for some reason, and all I was trying to do was get pregnant with my rainbow baby, which is Jacob. Okay, that's all I was doing. And she just, like, she just had a beef with me. You know what I mean? It's like, well, that's your problem. The moment you start to engage with people like that, then it becomes your problem. So, and I love myself. I love me. Let's not just say it. Let's show it all the time, 24/7, 7 days a week from sun up to sun down. Now, I do have another video going up, and this is going to break. Oh man, the spiritual community is going to love me. They're going to love me when I reveal some things. I'll talk to you guys about it over on the Witch's Broom channel, okay? And it just is what it is, okay? You know? Okay. So, just FYI, and you know what? Thank you to Jesus too. Thank you, Jesus. My hubby, who I'm not married to yet, I already asked him to marry me, and he didn't accept yet. Maybe later. Probably because I asked. He is an Aries. Y'all know how those Aries men are. No, he didn't turn me down, really. But anywho, um, and I didn't ask him to marry me. I just, it's we're not at that point yet. But my love, my everything, my twin flame loves Jesus, so I love Jesus too. Okay. So, and I do believe that today I was inspired by Jesus. You know what I mean? And that's okay. That's okay. I was inspired by a lot of other things too. Okay. I'm not going to mention or talk about, but it just is what it is. Okay. So that's pretty much what I wanted to say. Yeah. Like I said, I hope that you guys had a happy Easter. I know that those of you that think like me, that like are on the same page as me, I know you had a wonderful Easter. You know what I'm saying? I know you did. You know? Yeah. I don't know about other folks. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's really sad, you know? So it just is what it is. I'm not engaging anymore. I'm not. But Spirit has promised me. They said, hey, we're going to look after your name. We're going to look after you. You're going to be fine. It just is what it is. This is what we're doing. Oh, I made 36 cookies. No, actually, it was more than that because I got some of those little tiny ones, Stevan. I made cookies, a bunch of cookies. So, yeah, man. Anyway, so yeah, and I think that's what Easter is about. You know what I'm saying? It's just the resurrection of joy. It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful. What I created today was just, it was so beautiful. It really was just so serene, so serene. But I will tell y'all this: I am going to watch The Bride of Chucky in a few minutes. You know what I'm saying? But that's a movie. That's not real. You know what I'm saying? So it's a movie. It's a lot of ratchet stuff going on in The Bride of Chucky. But it's a movie. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to enjoy movies from the, you know, from the TV. You're not supposed to, you know, be in the movie or just like, oh my God, this is unbelievable. So anywho. Yeah, man. So I just wanted to pop in real quick on y'all and pull up on y'all and, whoever I inspire, you know what I mean? Otherwise, I'm just not doing that anymore. Okay. Just FYI, I've been waiting for the gold star to come up, and it definitely did. You know what I'm saying? The gold light, not the green light, but the gold light. And the gold light got shone down upon me. Okay? Yes. So that's pretty much it. We're doing a lot of heart healing, a lot of healing for the immune system, recharging, a lot of healing for the nervous system, the womb, you know, all of the chakras, things of that nature. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay. All right, y'all. Y'all be safe out there and don't die. Okay. For my loved ones. It's, man, oh man, I'm telling you, stress is like the number one killer. And I ain't about to sit up here and stress myself every day. I'm not. As the saying goes, if you saw a bunch of people jumping off of a cliff, will you go with them? Nope, not going to. And, the times that I have responded, it was by my choice. It wasn't like I was forced. I wasn't. But, it's at this point to where it's like, oh my God, the self love has shone down upon me, rained down upon me. You know what I mean? Hmm. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy times. I have no gripes. God is good. My spirits are good all the time. All the time. Okay. All right. And social media doesn't change that. It doesn't. It doesn't. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Okay. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. I will see y'all later. Okay. And no, I'm healthy. I don't have any health problems. I just was like, you know, yeah. I'm always a very serene, just feeling yummy, and nobody can get in. There's no doorway. There's no doorway for evil to get in to me and my loved ones or my clients. The doorway is closed. The doors are closed, and they'll stay that way, and locked. And locked. If you feel like you're getting in, like astral projection or whatever, you're fooling yourself. Okay. And I'm talking about people, negative energies. No, no, thank you. You know. So, anywho, that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all later. Peace and love to all of y'all. Blessings, and y'all have a good night.